Hey,
Yeah, like who are you? Usually,
Ooh.
as of late, it's been one of us. Now you get the double dose.
you get the tomfoolery, right?
That's right, the full tomfoolery of Jeff and Ben with Lancaster Connects. So it's good to be back. We've been flying solo the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Last month.
You've had a couple business trips.
Yeah.
I was on vacation.
Had an epic vacation in Maine.
Oh my gosh, that place is so beautiful.
If you're watching live, tell us if you've been to Acadia, Maine.
Yeah.
Right? Acadia, where you went? What's the mountain? Cadillac Mountain.
Cadillac Mountain. We went to Portland for a few days. That was great. Neat coastal town right up, just past the border of Maine there. And then Acadia is just, if you've never been, it's just so beautiful. I mean, I know there's a ton of national parks around the country, but Acadia is one of the closest to us.
Partial to Acadia.
Oh my gosh, it's the hiking, the scenery. Oh, there's my kids underneath a large rock. It was kind of like a little cavern sort of thing you could walk through. I guess there I am on a cliff.
There's been pontificating all things mattresses.
I love hiking. I love wandering around wilderness. But the cool thing about Acadia, like, there's other parks and other places you can hike and climb mountains and stuff like that. But like, you get both that and the coast and, the water and the Atlantic Ocean and beautiful bays. And you just can't see stuff like that, other places. So it was just a phenomenal trip. I loved it.
Yep.
So yeah, Cadillac Mountain, went up there at sunrise, or no, not sunrise. That would have been like 4:30 a.m. That was way too early for a family to get there. But we did sunset, and that was cool. It was a great time away, much needed, and
nice.
And good time. So
yeah, very good. Glad you enjoyed it.
Like the crazy thing is, like, you go to Maine and you expect
the chlorophyll.
There they are, and you expect it to be nice and cool, especially cooler than home. And I know there was a heat wave here, but we were there one day, and there was a heat index up there. And again, this is Acadia, Maine, like way up north.
Looks like it was that day.
Yeah, it was a day after that day, but that day was pretty warm. Then maybe the heat index was in the mid 90s there. But yeah,
has a little tomato heat.
Oh, there was some tomatoing going on. But the day after that, it was 94 with a heat index of 104, and it was hot. That was the following day. But anyway, we brought the warmth with us, I think, which people in Maine didn't like.
Today at home, it's beautiful. It's beautiful here in Lancaster today. Mid 80s, sunny.
Yep.
Partial clouds, but otherwise really nice day considering all the days we had last week.
Yep. I can't complain. We didn't have any rain up there that, affected anything. So it was a great time away. Thank you. Thank you for holding down the fort.
It got held.
Lancaster Connects.
Yeah. And so one of the things I accomplished while Ben was away, so not that any of our followers or fans or watchers would know this, or even customers, but, I handle the sales and marketing leadership of our company, and Ben is operations and, logistics. That's generally the lanes we'll each ride in. Not to say one can't flop into the other, but, and website, Ben handles a lot of our website and email stuff too. But I got in that lane, and I'm pretty proud of myself.
You did something.
I was putting the final touches and the spit and polish on, our July 4th mattress event that we have going on here at Gardeners, because that's where Lancaster Connects broadcast from, Gardeners Mattress and More. And on our sales page, I'm pretty proud of myself. I found this app that you can create custom code, and I'd love to show it to you. So it's our countdown timer for all the days left for all the July 4th specials. And that
it still works.
It does still work. If you only knew the loaded statement you just said, because I actually found this app for a friend of mine that I helped him do some stuff on. And his countdown timer resets every week. And there has been a little bit of an issue on that side of things, trying to get that one to stay stuck on resetting each week. But our July 4th sales are going on right now. You got just a little more than 2 weeks to take advantage. Our vendors are nice and don't just make you shop on the holiday weekend. They give you about a week after. So we've got some great things going on. Save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic, our double deals promotions. One of those deals is we'll pay your sales tax, which me, from a personal ethos thing, is always kind of nice to say that on July 4th, the day we declared independence from big government, to say we'll pay your sales tax. So I like that one. So yeah, you can go to gardenersmattressandmore.com/sales and see all that we have going on. But The Breeze mattresses are nice, especially when it's so hot. We actually have Techno Gel mattresses, which is another cool variant of things. And I took one of those home last week, and
yeah. How'd you sleep?
I'm getting used to it.
As normal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's to be expected.
Yeah, but I'm a complicated fellow.
Okay.
So
please explain.
Well, just body.
Yeah.
I got a lot of breaks and bones and issues, but my wife, who really matters for her.
Mm-hmm.
She was waking up a little warmer on our former one, and she is loving the Techno Gel.
Well,
so yeah, you need to come in and check that out. You can actually stand on a pad. The Techno Gel is about 1 inch of a complete pad, head to toe, side to side, really just meant to help draw that heat away and provide an ambient cooling source within the product that you lay on. And so really cool.
You got to keep mama happy.
It's always nice. It's always a nice thing. Yes, that's right. For sure. One of the ways you can do that is with a wonderful new vibrant home, right? You can add in some pieces.
I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing here.
Well, right. You don't call it out because you just ruin what I'm doing. God, how many shows have we done?
It's been a few weeks since we've been together. I've got like 3 weeks worth of.
You got to get back up and take the practice swings. So anyway, one of the ways you keep mama happy is having a wonderfully designed and decorated house that's up to date with fashions. And our guests today help you do that. So without too much further ado,
they're there.
We'll bring on the wonderful team of Always Never Done, Amy and Lisa. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Thanks.
And not only do we have two guests, they have a guest.
Yeah. Tell us about your special guest.
Oh, this is Mo. She's my shadow.
Mo seems a tad camera shy.
She just wants to lay down and sleep all day. She's really old. Yeah. She's a good little blanket on a hot day.
What kind of pup is Mo?
She's an Italian Greyhound.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is she a rescue Greyhound?
She is. Yeah. She's a COVID rescue
sweet
dog, so I'm her person.
Yeah, wouldn't know it. Wouldn't know it at all.
But she'll probably be sneaking her head in here every now and then.
All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, thank you for taking the time out to join us. So we kind of alluded to it. Always Never Done. I think one of the things you help people with is have a wonderful home that looks great. A lot of great decor and vibrant and fun. Tell us in your words what you do and how you help people with their home.
Well, we have a storefront where we repurpose furniture, whether it be redesigning it, repainting it, putting shelving in it or something like that. We also have new home decor. We have a cafe in our shop. We also have a market where we sell some dry goods, kitchenwares, and things like that. And then aside from that, we also have a design arm. We paint kitchen cabinets and we custom paint your furniture. So if you have something in your house that you really don't like anymore, you don't like the color, it doesn't match your decor anymore, we can kind of give it new life by repainting it.
So you use the word repurposing. What is the definition of repurposing? I mean, are you always taking a piece of furniture and doing something different with it? Or maybe sometimes you take that piece of furniture and it is this thing that you can resell? What's that definition?
Go ahead.
It's taking something that maybe somebody doesn't want anymore and giving it new life. So just saving it from a landfill and making it useful and popular again and not seeing it go to waste. I mean, the good old furniture is really sturdy and a great way to have something in your home that's sturdy and will last a long time. You know, they just don't make stuff like they used to.
Yeah. I mean, the dovetails aren't there anymore. The little intricacies that you see in old furniture, you just don't see it anymore.
Yep. You were painting cabinets. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being I never, ever want to touch a paintbrush again. 10 being like, give me all the paint in the world. I want to paint it all. Do you all love to paint?
Yes,
We do.
me too.
More power to you.
It never gets old. My husband always says, don't you get sick of this? Because I'm constantly repainting our house as well, even when it doesn't need it. And I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Well,
Cathartic. Pop in a podcast or we chat. Depends on the day, and the time goes rather quickly.
yeah.
That's cool.
Probably one of the more cost-effective ways to freshen up a room, is it not?
Very cost effective. It's probably the most inexpensive way to freshen up a room is paint.
And I don't think people realize what a little bit of paint can do. I mean, we've seen just, painting trim, painting walls. I mean, you can freshen something up and it can look brand new.
Yeah. Is that a service you offer, or is that something you do for your design clients only? Tell us about that.
It is a service we offer. So our design arm, which our lead designer Ursula runs, will set all that stuff up and do the initial consult, and then she'll reach out to us if and when they are ready to paint. We just finished a job where we did a full room painting with a stone fireplace painting. We painted the inside of the fireplace, all the radiators, molding, everything. So
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah, cabinet jobs get sent directly to us, but all the other interior design stuff goes through our lead designer, Ursula.
And we do faux walls too. We just did a whole,
Yeah, the back of that wall.
going up the stairs. That was interesting to do the angle finder and be able to use the saw and get it correct. But we did it.
That's great. So do people come, like, if they have a room and they're just not sure what to do with it, do they come to you with an idea of maybe something that they'd like? Or do you go in there with kind of like fresh eyes and like, hey, you can do this and this and this? Like, what does that process look like?
It depends. I mean, some people want to tell us their ideas and sort of say, this is what I want. Can you do it? And other people are like, I have no idea what to do. Go. Tell us what you're thinking. So there's anywhere in between too. Talking it through with the client is key.
And do you have software or anything that like gives them an idea what it could look like, or they're just kind of like trusting you, like, hey, we're going to go in and we're going to do this, and then at the end they're kind of like, oh my gosh, it's amazing.
There is a program that Ursula uses that she can do a 2D or 3D kind of and show renderings of what the room would look like. We do mood boards. We get samples, color swatches and all those kinds of things that we talk through with the client. Like Amy said, it's all dependent upon how far each client wants to go. And that kind of, we talk that out within the first consultation, kind of see where they want to go with it.
And the before and afters that we have on the screen right now, if you're just happening to listen to this, although you should be a watchener, which is a Lancaster Connects word, where you watch and listen at the same time by watching the live stream video that we do, it looks like largely a lot of the projects are just that refinish and repaint.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. It's wild.
Some of the before and after, they don't even look like the same place.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable how
like,
much.
whose house is this?
Right.
Yeah.
This ain't my house.
We show a lot of the before and after paint jobs and cabinet jobs, as well as the interior design jobs are pretty phenomenal to look at too. I mean, even we get amazed at simple before and after.
Never gets old.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
We had on the screen some of those big hutches. I just went through this with my in-laws. My in-laws, my wife's parents are divorced, so I had one set of in-laws here, and then I had my father-in-law over here. And so my in-laws, they had this big hutch, 2-piece hutch set, quality furniture, probably 50, 60 years old. And it's that cherry, darker wood finish. If you update it, it looks like you can make it a more modern piece. Like I see a lot of those items on Marketplace, yard sales, kind of being cast away. Like they're not even really sold in furniture stores anymore.
Right.
Right. Because it's just not where we're at. But if you update it, are you finding new purposes for those items elsewhere in the home?
Yeah, what a great thing with those hutches that actually come apart with two pieces. If you take the top off and you put legs on it, it becomes a glass hutch. And then the other one can be like a sideboard for a dining room. So really can, you can put lighting in it. You can do all sorts of things.
And those are things you've done and do and offer. That's really smart.
Yeah.
Never thought of that.
So using that exact scenario, Jeff has a piece maybe he can't do anything with. And instead of going to marketplace, the option would be to come to Always Never Done. What does that process look like for that person? Do they contact you? Do they drop the piece off? Do you go get it? What is that? Do you give them something for the piece? What does that look like?
Everything that you just said. It can be anything. Yeah. I mean, some people really just want to donate it because they don't want it to go to Goodwill. Some people want something for it. We go pick it up sometime. Every now and then they'll drop it off. It's unique to each situation, but we're pretty open and willing to do whatever.
So if
within reason,
if somebody has, say Jeff wanted to do something with his in-laws hutch, he would email Always Never Done with a picture of it and say, I'm interested in having this done, having it painted this color. What we do, we have Gina, who is in our shop. She is our custom painter. She does all of the custom work for the people that want things painted in their home. She will get back to him with an estimate. If he wants to move forward, we'll get him on the schedule. She can either schedule to pick it up or he can drop it off. He usually has it done within a couple weeks, and then he either picks it up or we deliver it to the house. It really just depends on the customer.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. So how did you all start this? Let's take us back to the beginning.
All right. So Always Never Done started out as a blog. So it was a blog. I documented things around my house, furniture flips, things that I would find at yard sales, just, random things around my house. And it picked up speed when Home Depot and Pinterest actually really helped me out with one of my posts. And it just sort of went viral. And it came to a point where I had to make a decision whether I wanted to keep on being in the healthcare field or sort of do something with this blog that was sort of growing out of control. And I decided to open a store and quit my job in the healthcare field. And so here we are 9 years later. Lisa came on about
2020.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we're doing it together and we're still growing. Moved to a new location in 2019 to expand. And
the most important part is we love what we do and we're having fun with it. And this is probably the most serious you'll ever see.
Well, sorry to make you all stuffy and everything.
Yeah. We like to have fun.
So, let's talk about color. And one thing that we don't really talk about here on this show a lot, Ben has 20 plus years with the four walls of Gardner's Mattress and More in our industry. I have the same amount of time. However, I spent a lot of time in other people's four walls, selling things to them prior to becoming Ben's business partner. And one of the things that I know about color is you got to be very careful with it, right? You can't go too overboard with too bold of a color. There was a trend in the furniture industry coming around. It was around the time of the Great Recession where people went like way off the deep end with purple and orange sofas. And they made their major pieces these statement colors as opposed to your more traditional colors. And what the industry quickly learned is we need to accent with color. Do you agree? Where do you view color? What do you do if somebody says, I want something really bright? How do you work them through that? There's the cat. Just please. Talk about a viral moment. We almost had one.
Wow.
I'm surprised they weren't here sooner.
I think there's a place for color. It just depends on people's personal style and the house. An older home with more eclectic style, you can throw in a jewel tone couch and, some wild wallpaper, and it just depends on the style. There are some people that are really afraid of color, and that's okay. Neutrals are great, and
I'm afraid of color.
And you
like the picture that was just on, Chris, if we could go back one. So in the back is like a teal green hutch looking piece. Like to me, that's a great use of color. You got neutral tones everywhere else, but you've got this one focal item as opposed to the whole room. And I think that's what I was trying to share, what the industry learned the hard way. It was like the industry took this hard left turn, and then there was a massive liquidation of these bright colored furniture items.
Yeah.
Because people realize, I just don't want to sit on a purple sofa.
Right.
I'll take the pillows.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, there's a way to do it. And there, like Lisa said, there is a way to add color into furniture if done the correct way, but it is always a good idea to stick with neutral, bigger purchases and do your color and your accents with art, pillows, curtains, even paint. It's paint. You can repaint it, but sofas tend to be something that we don't switch out too often. So we stay neutral with those.
Yeah. Unless you're like me, I don't like to paint at all. So a company like yours is fantastic. The thing I don't like about painting is I'm like hard driving, hard charging. I want to get things done. And it's like you have to take all this time to prep and get ready. And the paint is just sitting there in the can, ready to be applied. I just want to throw it up on the wall and be done.
And then you drip it somewhere, and then you get another problem. Yeah.
And the prep is the most important part. So you can't skimp on the prep.
Is that the key to a good paint job?
Yes, 100%. You can have the most beautiful finish, but if you haven't prepped it properly, it won't last, especially for cabinet jobs and furniture.
Yeah, we just had a job for an older home. There was probably 4 or 5 layers of paint on the cabinet, and the top layer was not prepped correctly, and you could just scratch it off with your fingernail. So we had to go through and really, Gina, who does our prepping, had to scrape and sand and scrape and sand.
You can't just paint over that because it just the same problem.
Wow. Amy, you mentioned you had a post that went viral, Home Depot, I think, and Pinterest. What was that blog post like, and why? Why did it just explode like that?
So we had made this. We had a little tiny area behind our sofa that we wanted a very skinny sofa table to squish in between the wall and the sofa. So it was this 8-foot, 9-foot long table that was probably 6 inches wide. And then we used spindles from our old staircase as the legs. It served a purpose just to have a ledge behind the couch. And the title was Skinny DIY Sofa. And it just, to this day, I get people emailing about, where is that post? How do I do it? Can you make one for me? Oh, that's how it all started. One functional post that we needed for our own purpose. Just I documented it and it went viral. Oh,
that's crazy. I mean,
you still have that table today?
I don't. I sold it.
Oh, did you get like a premium for it since it was a viral sofa table?
Nope. I just sold it normally. We ended up moving our rooms around in the house, and we didn't have that sofa anymore. So I sold it. It was a tough one to sell, but
sure.
We tend to refresh our house pretty often. Yes.
Would you say your house is like your laboratory?
Probably.
For always never done.
A lot of guinea pig stuff happening in our houses. Yeah, we try it out there first, and then let it go out, and if it works,
we'll do it other places. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, very neat. Very neat. So you like over your shoulders, you have are those light shades?
Those are, yes.
They're very interesting. You sell other decor, other items than just refinishing and furniture. You do other things. that's one of those other things. Tell us about that and the other things that you do.
We sell artwork, we sell lighting, lamps. The cool thing is, most of our home decor is new. However, we will have a phone call from somebody that says, my mom died, somebody in the family died. Do you guys want to come over and go through? Because we don't know what to do with this stuff. And we have found some like really cool vintage lighting, vintage mirrors and things like that. So I think the biggest thing in the shop is we like to mix old with new. So I would say 90% of the home decor that is in the shop is new, but we do have some eclectic, cool, old vintage stuff that we put in there as well.
We like vintage artwork if we can get our hands on it.
Mm-hmm. So give us a little deeper description of that.
We just recently went through someone's home who was moving, and she had, it was straight out of, I don't know what, there was lots of errors happening, but she kept everything. And she had the most massive amount of vintage artwork that we've seen in a long time. And she was at the point where she just needed it gone. So we took a bunch of it.
Nice gold ornate frames.
Yeah.
And
okay.
Yeah.
And some of them are really, really weird. Like I get made fun of a lot because I buy these weird cat art. I don't know why. I don't have it in my house at all, but I always buy it. People love it. They do. Like vintage cat art.
You have like a little fiber DNA, like crazy cat lady.
A little bit. Mm-hmm.
What?
At any moment, if you walk in our store, you will find a cat somewhere, like a cat, like statue or artwork. It's hidden somewhere.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Go find the cat. So I noticed in doing some research for the show, you have a huge social media following, Facebook, and I'm sure Instagram and probably Pinterest. I don't know much about some of these platforms, but I'm guessing that you post a lot of pictures of things that you're selling, items in the shop, whatnot, and you probably get people inquiring right away about some of the things that you're posting. Can you talk a little bit about your social media presence and how you use it?
Yeah. So with blogging, social media was king. You had to take good pictures with good lighting and all of that for when you were blogging, and then you would then post it on your social media. So we have just learned to keep doing that. And for the shop, it's great because Facebook's been wonderful for that because they allow you to post a lot of pictures at one time. So every day that we're open, we post all of our new stuff in the shop and our old stuff to sort of give people an idea of what our inventory is at that time and in that moment. So if they log on to Facebook, they can look through our photos and decide if they want to make a stop out to the shop or not. Some people don't have time, and it's a great way for them to see what we have without driving into the shop. They can also comment on pieces, get dimensions, pricing. They can call over the phone and we'll hold it for them for 7 days. So social media is wonderful for what we do because we take a lot of pictures. Our stuff is not the same every day, and it's usually one of a kind.
So I did mention a little, about the pieces that we have in the store. So the home decor is new. Mostly, we have some vintage stuff that Amy and I curate or bring into the shop. But the unique thing about the shop now, our work outside of the shop has gotten heavier. So we find ourselves in people's homes doing kitchen cabinets, doing design jobs. We wouldn't be able to keep the shop stocked without, a lot of people will call and say, hey, are you a consignment shop? Can we consign all this stuff? We're not a consignment shop. We're vendor based. So we have a lot of local people, local vendors that refinish furniture for us. We do have, a contract with them. They have to finish it in a particular way that we can sell it to the public. But we really wouldn't be where we are today without the people that are helping us to keep the shop stocked.
And it's been that way from day one.
Mhm.
We've always had local vendors help us build the shop.
Yeah.
So you're perpetuating the job cycle, money staying even more local. That's all great. Is that a cat that just like flew through this thing? Or what was that?
Excuse me while my earbud fell out.
Oh, okay.
I'm a professional.
We're gonna get a viral moment in this one.
Yeah, right.
I feel something's gonna happen.
It's bound to happen.
Love it. Mid-century. So there's two things I wanted to bring up. Mid-century modern, obviously very hot, but hot trend, great looking style, almost like one of those timeless styles, right?
Mhm.
Especially if you're looking at it by the piece. But not everything that is old is mid-century modern, right? I think that's a big misconception people have. You want to explain a little more your view and what qualifies as that period of and style of furniture?
Well, it has a very specific style. So very straight lines, legs that sort of kind of go like that, or they bow out to the side.
If there are curves, they're very soft curves. Very warm, like honeys and mustard colors, and like those deeper oranges, those kinds of colors.
And not everyone likes it. We get a lot of clients who come in and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this is my bedroom from when I was 10. I hate." So mid-century is a very specific style, and some people love it and some people hate it. It is very hot right now. So we try to scoop it up when we can, but people are holding on to it if they have it too. And even in its original state, if the wood on it is in good condition, we leave it wood.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Second thing, as we were talking, and I saw this come up, I saw a realtor come up, like a little reel with a realtor come up. I would imagine your business lends itself, if you have a home to sell and you want to stage it, do you do some things in that way where you rent pieces or stage with pieces? Do you do any of that kind of work?
Yeah.
We do. We have in the past. A lot of realtors are moving towards having their own in-house staging section. But yes, it is something that we absolutely will and can do. It's just hard because when you do have a staging business, you have to have the warehouse that you keep the stuff.
Inventory pieces.
The inventory. Because it's not fair for us to take a piece that's a vendor piece out of the shop and put it in a house that is going to sell and get it out of, the general public's eyes. So
got it. Yep. Okay.
We can do it. It's not a large part of our business.
Of course, if somebody wants to buy a piece from you to help sell their house, you're okay with that too.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Very good.
Everything's worth a conversation.
Sure.
We rarely say no.
So I have two questions. First, I don't think we said where the shop was or is. Where is the shop?
We're in Landisville on Harrisburg Pike, 3090 Harrisburg Pike in Landisville, right on the main drag.
Great. And, what do you see for the business going forward? Like, do you have any big goals for the rest of 2024 or 2025 and beyond?
Just keep slowly growing. We still, actually this morning when we had a conversation with one of the girls that works at the shop, and she said, we're having so many people come in who have never been in this shop, or they don't know what we are or what we do. So that is a really cool thing, because being around for 9 years, you think everyone knows who you are in that area,
right.
But really,
it's a really unique building, and people, it was a ceramic shop for a long, long time. Before that, it was the only gas station between Lancaster and Harrisburg. So a lot of people don't know what the store is. So the building has a lot of quirks and intricacies, and it goes right along with what we do. So just getting the word out there and slowly growing.
That's cool. I mean, yeah, that is the tough thing about being a business. It's like, yeah, everybody knows us, but like in reality, small portion of the county knows you, and getting more people to be aware. Yeah.
We feel that pain. Gardeners 34 years, and sometimes folks will say, "Yeah, I've never heard of you." It's like, wow. The 6 figures on our profit and loss statement for advertising. We're going to talk with the advertisers a little bit, right? Yeah. No, a beautiful building right there on Landisville, in Landisville and Harrisburg Pike. So your socials for people to connect with you, where's a good place for them to go there?
So all of our handles are at Always Never Done on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram. That's it. And then Always Never Done Design is its own separate handle on Instagram.
Okay.
And
no TikTok or TikTok?
Oh, TikTok would be dating.
I think we don't go a whole different route on TikTok. We like to dance a lot.
Yeah, I think, who knows? We've tossed it out. We think it would be fun, but we are not currently on TikTok. We do have a cafe in the shop. We used to have it out front in a coffee trailer. We moved it inside so you can grab a coffee, tea, like a spritzer, refresher while you shop. And we just started an Instagram page for that, a little under construction. But that's Always Never Done Cafe on Instagram.
Very cool.
That's a great idea, because you're going to always get people, regulars that come in probably weekly or maybe even daily for their cup of coffee. That's a great idea.
Yeah. So we've become baristas too.
That's for our resumes.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Very good. All right. Well, listen, thank you for being on the show and taking the time, sharing all the joy and the fun you have. Obviously, you have a lot of fun. It's not like you're going to get some stuffy, boring furniture people or design people. We're going to have fun with your project. Bring your ideas. Mm-hmm. Lisa and Amy will take your ideas with their expertise and really bring it to life with Always Never Done. So ladies, thank you for your time. And the drinks look amazing.
Gosh.
They are. We've become quite accustomed to drinking them. Yes. That'll be
and you have
there's the profit margin right there.
Yeah. Now that I know.
You have a coffee press machine, is that a French press machine? Is that what that is?
It's an espresso machine. Yeah. So we do Lancaster County Coffee Roasters. They came out and they trained us on how to pull the perfect shot. So we're not just winging it. We know what we're doing.
Very good.
It's not as easy as it sounds, honestly.
So that's kind of the whole process in grinding the espresso. You have to flatten it out. You have to tamp it down before you put it into the machine and pull the water.
Very good.
Sounds like it puts our little coffee station to shame.
It does. Yeah. We're just two guys over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just over here with our Keurig.
Just plug it in.
Low rent coffee. But it's free.
We'll hook you up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, before we go, we're still searching for this viral moment. Maybe we'll get it in the connection cocktail.
Oh.
So these are, we're surprising you with this one.
Okay.
It's not a spritzer, but it's a cocktail.
All right.
Okay. Anyway, some rapid fire questions for you two.
Yes.
Who do you each admire the most? Who do you each admire the most?
Good question.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
sorry.
We get the tough one out first.
Stuff.
Yeah.
We stumped them.
I don't know. There's a lot of,
I would have to say my father.
We got time.
My father-in-law, my husband's dad. He is super handy, quiet man, but when he talks, it's you want to listen.
Right.
Cool.
He teaches me a lot of things, life.
That's great.
Skills, lots of. He's an amazing human.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I would probably say my parents for sure. I mean, you get all of life's lessons from them. And the older you get, the more you appreciate them. So
Well, mom and dad knew what they were talking about, right?
Yeah.
Right.
One of those.
And now that I have a teenager, I'm like, oh man. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
We'd be remiss to not mention the business that's connected to ours is your family business,
Correct.
Vanskoy, Maurer and Bash Jewelers.
All the jewels that
Diamond
you need.
jewelers.
Diamond Jewelers. Yeah, right.
Diamond jewelers. Yeah. So
That's right.
you've been neighbors for quite some time.
Yep.
So
That's right. That's right. Second question. What is your favorite hobby or pastime to enjoy in Lancaster? It's a little Lancaster twist there.
And outside of something you do for work.
yeah,
Like
I
it
was
can't be
gonna say,
painting
I play
cabinets.
soccer. I can't stop. I've played since I was 8, went all the way through college, and now I'm old and still playing.
Is that like an adult soccer league?
Yeah, co-ed,
That's cool.
all women over 30. Yeah,
That's awesome. Good for you.
yeah.
I like to eat.
I like that too.
I like to go around to little coffee shops and restaurants, and I love market. I love Lancaster. I just like walking around, finding cute
That's
new
awesome.
little spots. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite restaurant or spot that you go?
There's a few.
Mm-hmm.
Josephine's is really good. Amanita
What was that?
Cafe. Josephine.
Oh, Josephine. Yeah.
Amanita Cafe is one of my favorites.
Our friends down at Horse Inn.
Yep. Horse Inn.
Mm,
See, I like when they don't play diplomat.
right. And they pick
They
one.
just like, you pick one or a couple and you just stay.
Yeah.
I like that.
We have guests that, list 5. And, that's cool. To get a bunch of names out.
Well, like, when Ed Harris was CEO of Discover Lancaster,
That's right.
I get he has to play diplomat. I get that.
Right.
We still pushed him. Anyway, last question. I think you'll like this one. What advice would you give to your younger selves?
Ooh.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
I was just going to say, just listen and think about the advice that someone's giving you, because
Yeah.
they're probably right.
Viral.
What's the kid cat?
There's a cat on my
Now, is that-
shoulder.
Is that the same cat that walked across in front?
It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is.
Yes, that just
Cool.
my advice would probably be don't overthink it. Just go for it.
Let's go on.
Take the risk and enjoy the ride.
Love it.
Great stuff.
Very good. Well, thanks for being on this ride with us on the Lancaster Connect show.
Thank you.
Appreciate all your time. Appreciate what you're doing. Alwaysneverdone.com is the website to go look at all the wonderful things Lisa and Amy are doing in the shop with repurposed furniture, helping bring your home to life, giving it some new energy and fun. Check out all the fun things they're doing at alwaysneverdone.com. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
It's always fun to have fun guests.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a fun store. I mentioned to them in the pre-show, I bought a coffee table from them a few months ago. It fits great in our living room. It's exactly what we were looking for. And it's a really, really cool and unique shop we showed some pictures during the show, but and the pictures are great, but it really doesn't do justice to really the variety of merchandise that they have in there and, home decor and whatnot. It's really, really cool shop. So what do they say? 3900 Harrisburg Pike
I believe so.
in Landisville.
3090.
I thought that was cool. Like, was it the only gas station between Lancaster and Harrisburg?
Is what it was. Yeah.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
pretty wild. Little piece of little known trivia.
That's right.
I like it. I like it. Well, my sleep better tip for you this week is we're in the midst of sales season. Mattress folk, we live for the summer season, right? We have Memorial Day, 4th of July, and Labor Day. And at Gardeners, we've always taken a tone of let's help you find the right fit. So my sleep better tip is this: don't get lost in the deal. Okay. Now that's not to say you should overpay. In fact, our reviews say the opposite, that our values are very fair here. Always focus on the right fit. Okay. And, if you find something that does stretch your budget, consider the time you're going to have this purchase, right? Me, I'm a bigger guy. I chew through shoes like crazy. So I don't spend a lot of money on shoes because I just beat them up. But a mattress is something that you're going to keep for quite a while. And, an extra $500 or $1,000. And I don't want to spend your money with this, but spread that out over 10 years time is $50 or $100 a year. We're talking $4 to $8 a month. And, to use the old skip the Starbucks analogy, skip Starbucks, but then go invest that coffee money with always never done. Either way, my point is don't get lost in the sale, right? Still keep the fact that a mattress is central. It's that third leg in the stool of a life well lived. You've got diet, you've got exercise, and you have sleep. And finding that right fit really matters. You'll regret not having the fit, and that sweetness of the deal will wear off very fast while your back is still sore. And again, if you look at our reviews, you'll find we're adept and very good at helping you find that right fit. We'll help you through this process without the pressure. That's what we're here for. And that's my Sleep Better tip. We'll mail you a book full of great sleep tips. Sleep Better. You go to gardnersmattressandmore.com/sleep-better.
Nice tip. Mm-hmm. Got a testimonial. Came in from Google a few days ago. In fact, this testimonial is relevant to the Sleep Better tip Jeff just shared. This came in from Jennifer, and she writes that my family has had great experiences buying from Gardner. So thank you, multiple family members.
Love that one.
The salesmen were knowledgeable, helpful, and friendly. We try to be that every day. We feel as though we receive quality products for fair prices, to your point there. And that they went above and beyond to make our buying experience as pleasant as possible. So not just good is good enough, but going above and beyond. We will definitely continue to purchase from them. So thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you to all of our great customers who have invested in their sleep and are now waking up happy every morning. We strive to be 14-time Reader's Choice Award winner for favorite mattress store every day. And maybe we'll have a new announcement coming up in a couple months here. We just wrapped up voting.
Well, we are 14th time.
14th time, yeah. Maybe there's a 15.
The 15 wrapped up. We'll see what Reader's Choice Award season announces at the end of summer.
Couple months here. So, so thank you to all of the customers who have purchased from us and say some kind words about us.
Right.
It's humbling as a business owner to read those types of comments.
It is. July 4th, next week. Stay cool till then.
Is it next week?
Yeah.
My goodness. It's like I feel like school just ended.
Yeah, next Monday is July 1st.
That's right.
It's half the year. By the time we meet, we'll be in the back half of the year.
That's
July 4th will be Thursday, the day America declared independence and Britain lost. Just saying. The birth of our great nation will be next Thursday. And fireworks galore, cookouts, summer fun, summer heat, summer mattress sales. We have ours going on now. You've got, again, by my technological prowess, you have 15 days and some hours left to save on the vendor specials that our vendors put out. And come see us. We'll help you find that right fit. We'll help you improve your life. That third leg of the stool, sleep, something everybody does every day. You can work on your health without even thinking about it. You just go to sleep. We'll help you find the right fit.
Do what you do every day.
Come see us at Gardner's Mattress and More. Thanks for watching this show and this episode of Lancaster Connects. We'll see you next week.